want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Well, happy, bright Monday morning to all you out there. Folks, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I had one hell of a weekend. I thought I was going to take some time off. Ended up taking what many would call a crash survival course involving a lot of water sports. Anyways, it was worth it. Some great surprises for me. And I had a lot of fun, as well as learning some new techniques. And boy, howdy, I hope you're training. I hope you're getting prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Folks, this week is going to be atrocious and interesting. There are some big problems going on out there. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just look at violence around the country. You know, just in the city of Chicago alone, the greater Chicago area, people getting smashed around by cars, people getting killed at amusement parks. The lawlessness is off the hook. Literally, it's off the hook. Our, shall we say, municipal leaders like Mayor Larry Lightfoot, Beetlejuice, they just can't seem to do anything right. And I don't think they want to. They seem to be making it worse again, right? In addition to that, in addition to the lack of leadership and law enforcement, we've got a big issue with the courts. Several years ago, a Ukrainian, shall we say, criminal, someone with a very bad criminal record, committed some heinous crimes, murder, and was found not guilty. It is incredible how the justice system, or rather judicial system, has failed us to keep our streets safe. It truly is. Meanwhile, the people of the United States of America, the good people, have suffered at the hands of Joe Biden. I mean, it wasn't long ago. Was it 1 year ago? I think it was 1 year ago that he absolutely abandoned the people of Afghanistan. He abandoned the allies that helped maintain Afghanistan. He abandoned $85 billion in military equipment. That's right. El Presidente, Gigi Biden. He did all of that, and he got servicemen and women killed in the process. Not to mention, who knows how many Americans were abandoned, literally abandoned, and, well, were never found. It seems like it's actually being kept a secret from us, because we can't, I can't get the information I want about how many people are over there. And from the very beginning, the Department of Defense hid all of that. I believe it was John Kirby hid that, would not be clear about how many Americans were there. And we also had, of course, Jen Psaki at the time, folks, and there's problems, right, with that. But I want to get, I'll try and get to something positive for the week in one way or another. Let's just do that right now. The American people are pissed off. Over the weekend, many anti-FBI, pro-Trump, pro-America, pro-Constitution rallies were held around the country calling for the disbanding, the defunding of the FBI. And it's incredible how the Democrats and Democrat pundits all screamed and yelled, see, it's the Republicans who want to defund the police. And it's not defunding the police. It's getting rid of one of dozens of militarized anti-American law enforcement agencies in this country. We don't need a DHS and a this and an IRS, armed service, and an FBI and an NSA. It seems like, you turn over a rock and these federal goons come out, right, like cockroaches everywhere. It's unbelievable. Right, the people have had it. They know what was done was wrong. Now, what's interesting is I spent a lot of time listening to Democrats and what they had to say about this. They're all for what happened to Trump. They think it's just fine. They think it's marvelous. They really believe he is a criminal, folks. As much as you believe Joe Biden is criminal, as much as you believe Barack Hussein Barry-Soetoro Obama is a criminal, as much as you believe Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton are criminals, they believe Trump is a criminal. And, well, none of them actually have a real crime that he committed. They just said he's a criminal. And some pretend to have crimes that they can quote, but it's pretty pathetic still, right? That's what they believe. The Democrats, folks, are ready for a war with you and me. They're ready for it. They're pushing and they're trying to use the government to satisfy that desire. That's what they're trying to do. The people have actually had it, but it's both alarming, interesting, horrifying to see that federal agencies are politicized, and that while you and I maintain that we haven't changed, that our Constitution, our First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth, Fifth, Seventh, 10th, oh boy, the 10th Amendment, they hate that, that our attitudes haven't changed. If anything, they've just grown stronger surrounding the importance of such amendments, said amendments. And they're very important amendments. And yes, the sun is right in my face, but this seemed like the most, I don't know, best place, opportune place to do this video this morning. And we're just going to do one tonight. Tonight is going to be Monday Night Live in replacement of Sunday Night Live. Like I said, I got kind of a surprise. And I don't know if I said that. I've been writing emails. Everyone that didn't get the message yesterday, they're pretty worried. I'm okay. It was a surprise survival class I got. We'll call it a class when you get kidnapped. And I wasn't really kidnapped, FBI. Whew, boy, you got to be careful with these people. The people have had it. They're extremely pissed off with like I said, mayors, administrators of cities, counties, states, a lot of the Democrat leadership. It's funny how the Democrat cities are falling apart. They've got feces and urine all over their city streets. They've got hypodermic needles all over their city streets. They got rampant prostitution. In fact, there was an article about some government social worker who's trying to encourage a 14-year-old to become a prostitute. It was just unbelievable when I read that. But back to that prostitute in the White House, Joe Biden. Not Kamala, but Joe Biden. He is a doddering idiot. I don't think he knows what he's doing, period, folks. We've got big, big, big trouble coming. Because remember when he gave us that speech over the mandated Jim Jones juice? He was like, my patience is wearing thin. It's really, Grandpa? You see, this is what it gets me, is they don't get to tell us what to do. They really shouldn't even ask us to do anything. They're the government. They have prescribed duties, and they need to leave us the fuck alone. They don't see it that way, though. They really don't. They see it as they talk, and we listen and obey. Sorry. Right? They see the Constitution, and they can't do anything about it except complain. That's why they hate it so much. They can't just say, well, for this week, we're going to get rid of the First Amendment, even though they're trying. If they're trying, they see what an impediment is, and it's in their head that they just need to get around it. So they would love, I guarantee they would love to see violence, folks. Love to see violence so they could have a martial law moment and punish us. It's absolutely incredible, though, where this is going. You know, the people, me and you, all of us, were pretty despondent. The brother of one of the Marines killed in Afghanistan, to get back to that, apparently went to the war memorial and he killed himself. You know, kids are committing suicide, folks, in despair. The suicide rates are very high. Everything is not good and not well. In a good presidency, you don't have these problems. You know, as soon as we got President Biden, things got a lot worse. We started getting mass shootings. What the heck? Why now? This is just where we're at with these people. And I really believe with the blowback against the Democrats, they're not going to stop. They're not going to change. In fact, folks, I'm going to predict it's going to get more wild. It's going to get hairier. It's going to be a freaking mess as a consequence of the fact that their ideas aren't blossoming into the new world order, the liberal order that they want. I believe they're going to become more violent. And I really think that they believe we're supposed to swallow all of their black swan, false flag, bullshit events. I mean, they think it's believable. And we're looking at it and going, this is unbelievable. Right? The search warrant for the Trump property, Mar-a-Lago. It almost, I mean, it should have just said, this is a fishing expedition. Go grab everything you can, right? That could be related to things that we're interested in and see if we can make something stick. That's really the best they've got, folks. I mean, what are they? They're looking for nuclear missiles in his basement. He's got a do-it-yourself biological tester kit. No. Only Dr. Fauci can make a cerveza bug in his kitchen. Make a joke about it. He claims that the Fauci effect, right? Unbelievable. This guy, the Fauci effect is making people want to become doctors and scientists. I mean, it's unbelievable. The hubris, the ego of these people. It's not going to get better, folks. It's like that crazy aunt or crazy uncle you have that just spouts off nonsense, but they believe it. Joe Biden believes it. Kamala Harris, she can't put together two sentences without sounding like a complete fool. And she has writers, folks, writing her crap. So either she can't read, or she can't think and just starts blabbing. She's in the number 2 cockpit. Number 3 batter up is Nancy Pelosi. She can all she can do is scold people or babble on as if she were drinking. Can you believe that? 90 proof Nancy drinking? These are the people in charge, folks. And what makes it almost worse is there is a percentage of Americans that are voting for these idiots. And sometimes in a majority. And I'm sure sometimes there's a lot of cheating going on. So here's the deal. I'll be back for Monday Night Live tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. All I've got to do is get from here to there in the prescribed amount of time. And I think I can get it done. So get ready, buckle up. It is going to be a shit show. A shit show, folks. I want your questions. I want your comments. I want what you're seeing happening out there. Right? This was a big weekend for me. I got some new training in and everything else. But I think, and I pray, and I hope that whatever training you've gotten is useful and helps. Whatever preparations you've done is useful and helps. But folks, get all that you can prepared. Literally, they want to shut this country down and they want to destroy it. Literally. Not me, not you, the Democrats. And they're doing it. They're doing it. There's so much more to talk about. Get your questions ready for tonight. You know how the program works. Get your questions ready because I want to answer them. I want to hear what you're thinking. Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. We're going to have a good time talking about these bad times. And hopefully in time, we'll be able to look back, acknowledge the tragedies, and celebrate our victories. But between now and then is a whole lot of SHTF, and it's not going to get a whole lot better, sadly. It's going to get worse. I expect Joe Biden, the FBI, the Justice Department, the Attorney General's office to make more arrests, more search warrants, more seizures of property, more accusations, more blind stupidity. Get prepared for it. I truly am, folks. Right up here. Get physically prepared for it. Do that. Get trained up. Exercise your Second Amendment at a, shall we say, certified school, shooting school, range, whatever you can get your practice in. Because I think it's going to be needed soon for whatever it is, but especially this, right? Chance favors the prepared mind. Have food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine. Have these things, but it's the prepared mind.